Hello everyone. In this video I'll be translating and summarizing the latest Urdu broadcast by Imran Riaz Khan to make it accessible for our English-speaking audience. Let's go through the key developments and insights in Imran Riaz Khan's words. Let's first talk about the latest developments in Iran and Israel. We will discuss Pakistan later. The big news is that there is an ongoing conflict between Iran and Israel. So let's focus on that first. There have been some new developments and I will share them with you. One of the key points is that the West will have to intervene. The reason is that Israel is now under pressure. It's not that Israel has suffered significant casualties, but what is happening to Israel now is something that has never happened before. The greater casualties have occurred in Iran, where many top commanders have been martyred. The latest reports suggest that Iran's top intelligence chief, Mohammad Kazmi, and his deputy, both of whom were key figures in the Revolutionary Guard intelligence, were martyred in an Israeli attack. Earlier, it was also claimed that the head of the Houthi group in Yemen, who is from Malaysia, was also martyred. Iran has suffered massive losses. Its generals and scientists are being martyred, its sites and oil fields are being targeted. This has been happening for a long time, especially with Muslim countries, but it doesn't usually make big headlines. The big news happens when Israel is attacked. When we get reports from different cities in Israel saying that devastation has occurred, people are fleeing, hiding in tunnels and bunkers, and those who venture outside are being killed, this becomes the biggest news in the world. Israel has always portrayed itself as a country with no fear, giving the impression that it has no worries. In fact, Israel has openly said in interviews that its policy is to kill children, to commit genocide, and to clear areas of Palestinians. These actions, which violate human rights, have been openly carried out by Israel. Many international resolutions have condemned Israel, and there has been talk of taking action against Israel at the global level. However, due to the support Israel receives from the United States and Western countries, it has continued with its policies until now. But honestly, no one expected that Israel's attack on Iran would result in such a strong reaction. There have been reports about the missiles Iran possesses and how long Iran can continue launching them. As of now, Iran has again launched missile attacks, which you can witness from Gaza, a place that once saw missiles fired from Israel. Now, for the first time, people there are witnessing missiles coming from other places, hitting the very land where they used to come from. This is a new situation for them, and when these missiles land, people celebrate and chant Allahu Akbar, God is great. There is a shift in the region now, especially between Gaza, Beirut and Israel. In the past, people in Israel used to cheer when bombs hit Gaza. Now the same scenes are being witnessed from the other side, with people celebrating when missiles strike Israel. This ongoing conflict has turned the region into a war zone, and Israel started it as usual with the aim of clearing Gaza. International resolutions and documents, including those from the European Union, have called for an end to Israel's oppression and for recognition of Palestine. But despite all this, the support from the United States and Western countries has allowed Israel to carry on with its policies. Meanwhile, Iran has issued a warning to the residents of occupied territories. Iran believes that these territories belong to Palestinians and that they have been taken away by the Israelis. Iran is warning that these areas should be evacuated as, in the future, they will no longer be habitable. They have also stated that the attacks will intensify and they are focusing on sensitive Israeli targets and high-value military objectives. Recently, Iran's Supreme Commander gave a statement that they will now build nuclear weapons if the Israelis can. Iran believes that if Israel has weapons of mass destruction, they have the right to possess them too. This is a major shift from their previous stance of cooperation and diplomacy. While Iran had been engaging in negotiations in the past, even signing agreements and undergoing inspections, the recent attack has changed the narrative. Now, Iran is saying it will build nuclear weapons. The situation has become clear after the missile strikes, as Iran believes that if they had nuclear weapons, Israel would not have dared to carry out missile attacks on them. In international media, it has been claimed that Israel, through American sources, informed Donald Trump that they know the exact location of Iran's supreme leader Ayatollah Khamenei and are planning to target him. Trump reportedly stopped the attack as he did not want the conflict to escalate further. However, Israel's difficulties are growing, and Trump is working to establish peace between Iran and Israel. Meanwhile, Israel is realizing that it cannot fight Iran alone. It will need to unite with other countries, but even then, it may not be enough. Iran's military strength is immense, and they have a large reserve of forces. If this confrontation continues, Israel might have to send its forces onto Iranian soil, which would be a daunting challenge. One of the critical questions now is how Israel will tackle Iran's enormous military strength. The presence of 650,000 soldiers makes it extremely difficult for Israel to go into direct combat. Iran's forces are strong, and they are prepared for prolonged conflict. Now, the question arises whether Israel can continue to achieve its goals. For example, Israel has already targeted several key Iranian military commanders, and with each attack they seem to gain ground. But at what cost? The situation is precarious, and the future of this conflict remains uncertain. The recent assassinations of Iranian generals clearly show that Israeli intelligence continues to operate actively within Iran. Iran has still not been able to dismantle that network. Iran must disrupt and neutralize Israeli intelligence by all means, whether they operate through digital footprints, advanced technology, or human assets. Because without local human support, such major operations are not possible. Israel's intelligence network is working deep inside Iran, and Iran has so far failed to break it. Look at the United States. Despite all its advanced technology, they couldn't capture Mullah Ibrahim Sadr for 20 years. Many other Taliban commanders, including Mullah Omar and Osama bin Laden, also eluded capture for years. Bin Laden even came to Pakistan, and the United States had to launch an attack there. Despite NATO's and America's best efforts, many Taliban leaders like Haqqani and others remained at large. They had mastered how to avoid surveillance. Their information never leaked. But Iran's situation is different. Information leaks are happening there. The Israeli network likely uses both advanced technology and human intelligence. Now, regarding Netanyahu's options, the United States wants the war to stop. European countries like the United Kingdom, France, and Germany have offered mediation. Iran's allies are being approached, Turkey, Pakistan, Saudi Arabia, and others, to cool down tensions. Muslim countries, morally support Iran. Though they're not sending weapons or troops, they stand with Iran ideologically, claiming Israel started the conflict, committed aggression, and that Iran has a right to respond. The Gulf Cooperation Council, which includes Bahrain, Kuwait, Oman, Qatar, Saudi Arabia, and the United Arab Emirates, is also convening to assess the situation. Saudi Arabia is the largest among them. Oil prices rose slightly after the war, and Pakistan immediately raised local fuel prices instead of offering relief. Petrol was increased by 4 rupees and 80 paisa, and diesel by 8 rupees, despite months of declining international prices. When the market rose again, the Pakistani government acted quickly to burden the people. Israeli citizens are now feeling unsafe. Videos show fear spreading. If Iran continues its attacks in the coming days, Netanyahu could face serious political problems, possibly even internal opposition. Israelis never imagined bombs would fall on them. They believed only they would bomb others. They assumed the Iron Dome would protect them. But now, buildings, infrastructure, energy plants, fuel depots and installations are being destroyed. This destruction is expected to grow. Iran hasn't yet used some of its most dangerous missiles, like the Fateh 2 and Gill. These hypersonic missiles, capable of speeds over Mach 5, have long ranges, 1,400 kilometers for Fateh 2 and 2,000 to 2,500 kilometers for Gill, can carry warheads and are highly accurate within 10 meters of their target. Iran has yet to deploy these weapons and has a huge missile arsenal, enough to sustain daily missile launches for over a year if needed. Due to sanctions and lack of international support, Iran invested heavily in missile technology instead of air or naval forces, and it's now paying off. What options remain for Netanyahu? His aim, it seems, is to drag the United States into this war. In a recent interview, he claimed a bomb hit near his bedroom, calling himself a junior partner while hinting the real fight is America's, particularly Trump's. He portrayed the war as a fight between Iran and Trump, trying to frame it in a way that forces American involvement. Netanyahu knows Israel can't handle this alone, regardless of how many weapons it receives. Either there must be regime change in Iran, though that is frankly quite unlikely, or foreign ground forces, which is something no one really wants to risk. So, Netanyahu's strategy is to involve America. There are reports Israel has contacted Western powers seeking a ceasefire. But will Iran agree after suffering so much damage? Hypersonic missiles are raining down on Israel, and though some are intercepted, many hit their targets. Israel now realizes this won't be easy. Iran has also warned that if any country openly supports Israel, it will be targeted. The region hosts many United States and NATO assets, and Iran has made it clear, if any of them help Israel, they will be attacked. Back in Pakistan, I reported earlier about a statement by Ali Amin Gandapur. Some leaders in PTI, or Pakistan Tehreek-e-Insaf, have said that his statement was inappropriate and not aligned with Imran Khan's peaceful movement. They are waiting to meet Imran Khan and bring the matter to him, especially as Gandapur talked about guns and bullets, which, really contradicts PTI's policy. Critics are questioning why Imran Khan hasn't issued a statement on the Iran-Israel conflict. PTI members say once he gets a chance to meet someone, he'll issue a statement, which his social media team will release. He's currently isolated again. This began after he made comments involving Bushra Bibi and allegedly accused General Asim Munir of trying to influence her or using her to serve his interests. Though I was on Hajj and didn't read the full statement, I gathered that Imran Khan's remarks triggered a renewed crackdown. There have been concerning developments around protests against General Asim Munir in the United States. Only 6 people, including the driver, came out in his favor, while hundreds protested against him. It's claimed the Pakistani consulate entertained those supporting him and filmed the rest from multiple angles to intimidate them. PTI has released a white paper against the current government's budget. Ali Hamza claimed 111 companies were given tax exemptions, 35 of them allegedly military-affiliated. This puts civilian companies at a disadvantage. The burden of tax has shifted to salaried individuals. While a 10% salary increase is being touted as a favor, poverty has increased with 45% now below the poverty line. He also mentioned that the last 3 years, post-2022, have been the worst in Pakistan's 77-year history. Around 1,600 factories have shut down, crop prices have declined, inflation and debt have risen, and remittances have dropped. That wraps up our translation of Imran Riaz Khan's video. I hope this English version helped you understand his message better. Please like, share and subscribe to Awami Lens to help our community grow. Don't forget to leave a comment below and let me know what you thought of this effort.